Hey guys, you want to play some games?
Hello everyone, and welcome to episode something.
16.
16, sweet 16. I put that in the doc of the Pixel Pub podcast. It's been a little bit since we've recorded, but guess what? This ain't our fucking job. We got shit to do, and we got games to play. Life. And we're going to talk about some games, but we're going to catch up first. Start with my main lady to my left here. What's been going on, Captain Brown?
Working.
What did we do today that was just really just devoured your soul? You didn't like it.
Uh-oh.
I know. We started trying to put the floor down. That wasn't really working out.
Yeah, we tried to put it down into the floor in the sunroom, and it wasn't happening.
Nope.
Wasn't happening. It's about 5 hours just gone there in the ether somewhere.
It's frustrating.
Yeah.
When you have plans to do things and then things don't work out.
I know.
Well, Kathy was so enthusiastic about it. She's like, we can do it. I was like, I don't think we can do it. And then it's like, it just completely flipped. She was like, we can't do it. I was like, I don't know, I could do it. Just let me. And she's like, you're breaking everything. I'm like, no, I'm not. And I was breaking everything. It was completely falling apart.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I've been looking forward to it for weeks, gathering the tools. But honestly, I didn't really feel good this morning. I don't think it was like a good day for me to try that.
Mm-hmm.
I woke up with a headache and was nauseous, and might be some of that COVID vaccine stuff. I was real achy yesterday, so just some mild symptoms, but probably not the right primer for doing a floor project.
That we've never done. Just we watched 2 YouTube videos, and that was it. And let's put a floor down.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, Shelby's definitely not going to want to do it now.
I never wanted to do it. I've always wanted to hire somebody to do it. I'm not that bitch. I'm not.
Yeah.
I am not that person. I know what I am, and I know what I'm not. And that is a handy person.
I am that person, and I would be the person that would sit there and torture myself, and then someone would come break something, and then...
Oh, wait. Didn't that happen?
Yeah, that happened last weekend.
Yeah. What happened?
What broke?
What happened? That you can't leave us hanging.
I know. Gotta know now.
I think last podcast, I talked about getting a truck, so I got the truck. It's fun. And then I bought and I like my vehicles a little louder, so I bought an exhaust for it, and was planning to put it on last weekend, and had someone be a little overzealous with a bolt and sheared the thing off.
Wow.
And then I had to go and get someone else to fix it.
Mm.
So, yeah.
We've been embroiled in
It's
all sorts of...
At the end of the day, it got fixed.
We've been in, we are knee-deep in a lot of different projects.
Yeah, I'm refinishing my dining room table.
And then that went to shit immediately.
Oh, no.
It's fine now.
Trying to fix the yard, because it's springtime. And y'all know, y'all been to our house. We got a very complicated yard.
Yeah.
It looks beautiful right now.
We're trying to install some blinds at my mom's house. It's been a month and a half long. We've made zero progress.
Oh, no.
Absolutely. The blinds are just sitting there, and we keep running into different problems when we go over there to try to do it. A new tool has to be ordered off Amazon every other week.
Yep.
And
next weekend's the weekend.
the only thing that's been super successful is we bought that power washer, and I've been power washing the shit out of things.
You have.
Yeah, it looked really good.
So we've learned that we're not so good at home projects. Is that our conclusion?
I mean, out of the 3 things we've tried in the past since the last podcast, one's been successful, but it's power washing. You can't really fuck that up, I guess.
Oh, my God.
Oh, we know somebody who could fuck it up.
Wait, what? Power wash?
Yeah.
Well,
Just kidding.
he didn't mess it up. He just injured himself. He didn't know better. Brandon, the very first time he ever pressure washed something, got dirt on his foot, and he thought that he could spray it off with the pressure washer. And he took his skin off his toe.
Oh my God. What PSI was that?
High enough to take skin, I guess.
I'm gonna have to Google that later.
It was close to his foot. I have to say that.
Wow.
I wouldn't.
Yeah.
I get dirt all over my legs, but that wouldn't cross my mind to like, oh, I'm gonna shoot this fucking thing. Like this thing
Oh
is.
my God.
Yeah, but you don't. A lot of people don't have the brain that me and my brother have for some reason.
Like this thing is
I might
lifting
wanna
up
try it.
decades-long dirt on concrete. Like, what the fuck is gonna do? My skin.
You would think. You would think.
Wow.
Sorry, B. Didn't mean to put you on blast.
B's not listening. He never listens to us.
We don't know. He might be listening.
When I'm scared to use it on
We
my
don't
car.
care about it.
Well, you
Shoot that
can
thing
use
and
it on
the
your
paint
car.
starts stripping off.
Yeah,
Great.
I was kind of scared when I read it, but apparently that's what people do.
Man, my car looks like
I think
shit right
that's
now
what-
because of fucking pollen. God damn it.
Yeah, same. I'm waiting for the rain to come, so
Here
Just wash my
comes
car
the
off.
rain again.
It's raining a little bit right now.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, we got
it's nice.
any more life updates we got going on here? What we got? What we got on the other end?
Oh. You go first, honey.
We're house
What's your name?
shopping. Oh,
No.
I'm Josh.
I'm Shelby. Okay, so we've been house hunting.
They know us by
It's a
now.
pain in the ass. It's
It is.
Yeah,
terrible.
it is a pain
Because
in the ass.
we find a place we like, and I'm like, well, we should go look at it. And then Josh will say, well, we need a realtor. I'm like, I don't know how to get a realtor. Like, and just call an agency and be like, hey, we need a person. I don't know.
I think
Even if we had a realtor, the problem is we see them in the morning while we're at work, and they're underpending by the end of the day.
That's true too. The market is crazy right now. Because
You do
like-
need a realtor. I know someone's in Greenville. If you need a Greenville realtor.
Send them our way.
send them our way. Yeah, for real. Because we find houses that we like, and they're in our price range. Or our price range, or what? I guess
What
Is
we've
our
been
pr-
pre-approved
what
for,
we've been. Okay, I didn't know what.
but
is
what we're
that.
not willing
they
to
will
pay.
pre-approve
Yeah.
you for a lot more than you want to spend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, no, I feel like we got what we were thinking.
We can be pre-approved up to 360 something if we wanted,
Oh,
but I lowered it down to a level that I was comfortable
we're
with.
comfortable with.
Yeah, that's
we
what we
got,
did too.
We got pre-approved for like 310 or something like that. And it's
Yeah.
like, there's no way, absolutely no way
Yeah.
we're doing that.
But it's
Um,
crazy. Like the places that we were looking at. So at first we were like, okay, we're going to look at pre-built houses or houses that are already, someone's just moving
Built.
out of. And then we started looking at like model homes or places that are being
New
built.
construction.
And the prices of those places have gone up since we started like last month by like 20 to 30,000.
Wow.
Yep.
Wow.
It's absolutely insane.
A house that we were looking at in the 290s, I looked today, the same exact model and plan is going for like 336 right now.
Yeah, we weren't even comfortable in the 290s. That's the biggest thing too. It's like we liked that plan and we were trying to find something like comparable to it. But then all of a sudden it's like, now it's 330. And it's like, well, fuck you.
I
Yeah.
know.
Sucks.
Sure.
I do not miss
Oh.
house hunting.
And part of the reason we're house hunting is because I started my new job.
Yes.
I didn't know if I started my new job last podcast. I think I
I don't
had
think
accepted
so.
the job, but I hadn't
Yeah, I think you were
started
just
yet.
talking about it.
Yeah. So I work from home now.
And Josh
And this
works from
is-
home.
And Josh works from home. He works right beside me. And so far, like, it's been great. I feel like a lot of people think, like, oh, you work with your husband every day? Like, you guys must be sick of each other. I'm like, why did you marry them if you hate them?
Yeah, that wouldn't
You
be a
hate their
problem for me
guts.
working from home. Me and Kathy work from home. That wouldn't be a problem. The problem would be for me working from home. I need to like be out. Like
Yeah.
home is home. Like I can't. I could not separate the two. As
I would agree with that. I can
think
do it
that's why
for
we're
a
looking
couple
for
of
a bigger
days and
place, too.
stuff, but I can't be doing that every day.
Yeah. I don't mind it.
We really want to have a place that has a room that is like. We're preferably looking for a garage with a room above it. So
Bonus
Like a
room.
that can
3-bedroom with a
be,
bonus
like,
room.
Yeah, that can be like the spot that we,
Keep everything.
everything away from us, and then we have the rest of the house to be like, okay, this is our home.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
like,
That's probably a good
the-
idea.
yeah.
yeah, that would
probably-
that makes a lot of sense. I don't think we have a place in this house that could exist in.
Nah. Unless we turn the guest room into a home office. We never go in there.
It's tiny, though.
That's true, but how much space do you need for an office?
I need 6 computers.
It's cramped in
I need
here.
an exercise bike.
In your office?
No, my office is a car. I drive around a lot.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
right there with you, Pick.
Yeah,
I'm-
pick.
I've been there 14 months now, so
It's my
they give
dream.
us so they asked us at work like if we wanted to come back, you know, how often would you want to work? And pretty much it was unanimous on my team. We're like, we don't want to come back.
Oh, wow.
So
I can't go into work because if I went into work, I would drive to Birmingham, Alabama every day. And
Wow.
And so I'm a permanent remote worker.
That's not possible. Like,
No, it's not. And I don't think there's any intention, or they know that I'm permanently here. They don't expect me to move there ever. Eventually.
Yeah,
mine is like I will probably need to go in like once a week, every once in a while, just for like on-site meetings and things like that. But as far as like our expansion of trying to figure out where we want to live, we're slowly growing it further and further from where we live now. So we're looking
I found a place.
all throughout eastern North Carolina. Yeah.
There's
so
a nice place. Big bonus room.
I don't think we should talk about places that we live or where we potentially live on the internet.
California. They don't want to ever find it. They'll be all right.
But,
I think we've said it on another podcast too.
well, I was trying to be very like inconspicuous, but at the end of the day,
Yeah,
They won't find it. But,
yeah.
that's true.
so, we got any more life updates? Anything else? Or should we get right into the good shit?
I don't know. I'm debating. I'm debating about something. I don't
We
know.
can save it till the end of the podcast.
Okay, cool.
Is it one of your notes here?
What'd I write?
Something about something's back on. Boom.
Oh, Cinderella. Okay, yeah, I could talk about that. Cinderella is back on. I was supposed to be in it last year,
Yeah, last year.
and then Rona happened, and it got canceled. But now rehearsals will start in May, and we're actually due to perform it in July.
That's
So
right.
I'm excited.
I'm excited too.
And that's part of your production type
Yes.
of thing. Yes. That's that'd be fun. Be right
I
down the
know,
road.
right?
We can check that out.
Heck yeah.
More
So I'm
image.
excited. I get to be the fairy godmother.
You're gonna be a great
Yeah.
fairy godmother.
I just want to wear a pretty dress.
Do you want to talk about how you thought it was a different one, though?
Oh, okay. Can I? I think I have.
Did you?
So, I don't know. So when we got the audition piece for the show, it's from the 2013 revival of Cinderella.
Uh-huh.
And then when I got the script for the production that I was cast in of Cinderella, it's the 1953 Julie Andrews version.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, wait a minute. I'm confused. Like, so
That's
are we
so
doing
funny.
the 2013 revival version, or are we doing the one act 1950s version? And we're doing the one act 1950s version, which is
I
fine.
was thinking so. I
Huh?
don't know the difference between the two really.
The 2013 one is a full 2 hour with an intermission musical and has twice the songs. And then the one act one from the 50s was made for television, so it has like half the songs and is only like an hour and a half long.
Does this have anything to do with the Disney version?
No, Disney's version is not Rodgers and Hammerstein, and it has none of the music from.
Yeah, I was
the
trying to think. I
musical.
saw that movie. Like, is there music in it? I guess there is.
The Brandy Disney Rodgers and Hammerstein Cinderella has the songs from the original 50s run of the show. I sound so nerdy right now.
No, you,
But so
you have
there's
no idea
Rodgers
about
and
the shit I'm about to
Hammerstein,
get into. In
who
this.
who
What's
the
up?
original composers
Musical
of
pub.
Cinderella are, and then there's the animated Walt Disney movie that has none of the music from the Rodgers and Hammerstein version. So there's two different ones.
What you know about that, Kid Brown?
Not much.
That's it. let's get into some games. Who wants to start? Don't make me pick.
Go ahead, Kathy.
Oh Lord.
So I got Kathy Brown's notes here.
I've been probably
4
playing
lines.
the least games. We should probably do somebody else's games and then come back.
You're playing 4.
Yep.
I'm playing 3. So
I can wipe mine out real quick because
okay, go ahead.
I probably have the least amount that I've been consistent on. Well, I've pretty much been playing Valheim the entire since it came out, and I have like 57 hours in it. And we have our own private server, and few people have been popping on, but for the most part, it's been me and Batch, my friend Batch, the Bachelor. I don't know. I don't want to say his real name, or well, his real name's Jesse, so I guess it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, we've been like rocking it out on that server, and
They've been building up a storm.
Yeah, we built up our own little like area, and we've killed I think 4 of the main bosses, and we can go into the cold area now without dying, and
Yes.
it's a lot of fun.
I also built a little place on your server, and it's actually I didn't build it. I found it and just put a sign out that said "mine." And that was kind of it. I don't know. That game is super cool. And it is like probably one of the most fully fledged early access games I've ever played. But just something about it's not clicking for me for whatever reason. Like I dropped really hard on it. I can't build a roof. I just can't. It ain't happening. Like if I can't build a fucking hovel roof, how am I going to build these crazy things that you see other people build that look incredible? You know?
Yeah. It takes a little bit to get used to, I guess.
And that's something they can do
built-
with tutorials as they're still developing it. You know, that's something that can be fixed
Yeah.
very easily.
It has a unique system where like you build certain things a certain way, and if they get too heavy on the supporting beams or whatever, it can break. So there's some physics involved there. We built out a big giant like fortress type thing the last time I played, and it came out pretty well. I don't know. It's a fun little sandbox game, and I can't wait till like they put more stuff in. So I'm trying not to hit it too hard, and you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's been almost 2 months now. Maybe, well,
It came out like
I
at
guess-
the beginning of February.
yeah,
Something
so
like-
almost 3 months at this point. Let's see, I've done about to do a second pay cycle on the server, and then I had a month free. So I don't know.
So about
At
3.
the- yeah, so at the end of the day, I enjoy it. It's quite a bit of fun, and I recommend anyone who likes sandbox survival style games to pick it up and try it.
What do you
Let's
think?
see.
What do you think about the look of it?
I've heard a lot of people complain about it. I guess it doesn't look the best, but
Well, it's early access, is it not?
Well, no, it has a particular style to it. Like it.
yeah,
I
To me,
like
it
it.
doesn't
I like
bother
it.
me.
I like it. I think it's cool.
yeah.
Like
It's not one of my complaints or anything. If I had a complaint about the game is I fucking hate, and I know why they did it. It's just a design choice that they put in, but I hate not being able to take my minerals through a portal. Like it's hard enough to get to a place to get these fucking things, and then they like put a limitation on you being able to go through the portal, and it became such a pain in the ass that they actually people have modded it out of the game. So technically I could run it on the server where you don't have that limitation in place. But right now there's like a workaround where you just go and keep it in your inventory. You go on to a single player seed, you put it in a box, you get back to where you were, you go back to the single player, pull it out, and then go back into the multiplayer world. So it's a weird workaround, but at the end of the day, I think it's just busy work for the sake of it being busy work.
If you could do all that sounds like something they would change down the line, if I had to guess.
Yeah. Their idea, I think, is they want you to build a bunch of different small towns, and in my opinion, I like the idea of having one giant big one, and maybe like a couple outposts. But I'm not building another smelter and like all that bullshit just to like drag out a game that I think has enough content in itself. It's just a stupid limitation, and there's like a big group of people who don't want it, and then there's other people who do want it, and I think they should just give the ability to turn it off. If you want to play with it with that, then let it. It should just come with the core game. Let us turn that stupid shit off. But that's my only complaint so far.
Yes. What a cool thing. I wish I could get more into it.
Let's see. I also have Control on here. I played it because it was on
PS
like a deal
Plus.
on PlayStation.
It's
Yeah,
PS
PS
Plus.
Plus. I played. What do you think? Like 8 hours of it.
Rarely, some like barely any.
I got enough to like get my taste of it, but I don't know. It didn't hook me as much as I had hoped it would, and I haven't gone back to it in like a month at this point.
Got it.
So I just have a brief little blurb about that.
I love that game.
It was fun for what I did, but I don't know. For some reason, it didn't hook me as much as I had expected it to. Maybe someday I'll go back to it.
Did you get to the hotel?
Like the Hotel California type place.
Yeah, it's a hotel. It's like a motel.
Yeah.
Have you talked to? Have you seen the videos of Dr. Casper Darling?
I think so.
Man,
I don't remember.
Man, I love that. There's so much shit in that game that I can't. Shittiest part of that game for me was the map.
I need to go back to it.
The map sucked. The map sucked shit. Now, like, I downloaded it too, and I played a little bit of it. I was like, man, God, I hate this map. Like, I don't know where to go. But yeah.
And then I got Outriders on here.
Mm-hmm.
That's like brand spanking new right there.
He's playing it a lot.
So I'll write down. I'll say what I wrote down, and then I'll kind of go over what I'll say. No one in this game is likable, and the main character you play is a dickhead to the max. Story is kind of mess so far. After about 5 hours, I've resorted to looking at my phone during cutscenes. Close to 10 hours played, and the only thing that's keeping me going right now is the loot, and the boss fights are kind of cool. You feel like you're getting more powerful, so that's always good in those type of games. At this moment, I would not recommend anyone paying full price for this game. Still has quite a few bugs, could possibly be more fun with friends.
It's also
so like
it's on Game Pass for Xbox owners out there.
Yeah. So I would not recommend this game on a console because the shooting aspect of it, at least on the Xbox, is so fucking frustrating. It is an entirely different experience on PC. So what I ended up buying it on PC because I was like, I'm intrigued enough to want to play it, but I hate playing with a controller for this particular game. And I played Destiny and all these others. It's just usually with a controller, there's like a snap mechanic involved that like an auto aim or like at least an auto assist, and it feels like it's broken, at least on the Xbox. I haven't played it on PS5, so I don't know. But I fucking hated it so much that I was like, I can't continue to play here and do this. So what I ended up doing was I picked it up on the PC, and then I got it for 20% off through Green Man Gaming, and it's a lot better than that aspect because of the shooting. And I guess I've always liked shooters better on the PC in the first place. But the fucking story, I'm at the point now where I don't know what's really going on, and I don't care to remember to know what's going on because the characters in these games, there's no one likable at all. Like absolutely no one likable. Everybody is just a fucking piece of shit, especially the main character. When he'll go into a situation, you'll watch a cutscene, and you're like, oh, okay, this is how I would probably act. And he just comes in and he's like, why don't you go fuck yourself, piece of shit. And it's like, I don't know. It's kind of jarring.
That makes sense because this is Outriders was made by People Can Fly, I think. The same people who made Bulletstorm, and that dialogue in this was the same in Bulletstorm. Like shut your mouth, dick butt. Like it was all stuff like that. It was like, who do you have writing this?
Yeah, it's really jarring. I like saying fuck, but holy crap. They're like, hey, fuck face, you want to, get the fuck over here, fucker face, and they use like the F word every chance they get, and you're just like, this was written by a 12-year-old.
It's too much.
I don't know, and the main character's just not. he's not an interesting person at all. They kind of try to do this like grizzled veteran type aspect with him, and maybe the female version would be a lot better. It's like in Assassin's Creed, I found that Cassandra was a lot more tolerable than her brother.
Oh, you didn't like Big Dumb Face? I loved him. It's like,
Yeah.
I'm just gonna fix things. Like, he's so dumb.
Yeah.
I loved it.
I liked Cassandra a lot better because she kind of had this like endearing, cocky attitude, but like at the end of the day, wasn't overbearing. But when I played him, I was like, this guy seems a little like he would accidentally go sniff a sticker at the bottom of a pool or something.
He would stick a fork in an outlet. Like that's what that dude would do.
He seemed really dumb. But yeah, so far there's not a single character that I've met in this story to the point that I'm like, okay, I'm intrigued now. Like if they were like, oh no, so and so is dying, we need to go save him, I'd be like, well,
Do we have to?
I could just sit here and look at my gear and do that instead of doing this because if it wasn't a looter shooter and they didn't have like cool guns with like cool attributes and things like that, and I think like the whole the class system's really good and the class trees are really cool, but as far as the story goes, like it's the most it's not memorable at all so far, to the point that, like I said, I get to cut scenes now and I'm like, I don't fucking care. If I could skip this, I would. So the bosses are pretty cool though. Like I fought a big fucking spider that I hate. I hate spiders in real life, but it was nice to murk this one. So I don't know.
Yeah,
I would recommend, if you have Game Pass, give it a try.
And there's a demo on PlayStation as well. I tried to download it, but I could not remember my Square ID password, so it wasn't happening. So I deleted it. I was like, "Fuck this."
Yeah. So give it a try. The demo's out there. Everything from the demo actually carries over to the real game. So
Nice.
That's good.
I heard you don't have to sign into the Square thing to try it out on Xbox, so I might try it out. But
Yeah.
like, if you're saying the aiming's bad, I suck at first person shooters as it is already. So if it's fucked up there, then I'm gonna have a bad time. But
yeah, it feels like there's supposed to be some sort of like snappy auto, correction system in it, but it doesn't work very well. And I had a lot better time on the PC, but I'm kind of racing to the end game at this point, just so I can like do all the fun stuff that I see other people online doing, which is like the level 15 style horde missions where you got to kill a bunch of stuff in time to be able to get the best loot box.
yeah,
So,
I've heard this game being compared to Diablo 3 a lot, just like not Destiny like live game sort of thing, but more like Diablo, where it's you and your buddies. You're not seeing other people, and it's like just making the runs of the missions, doing the loops, and trying to get the best stuff.
I'm level 19, I think, at this point. So I got like 11 more levels to go. So probably next podcast, if I don't quit, I'll probably give it better in depth. But right now, like I said, if you have Game Pass, give it a try. If you're able to like have a certain percentage off, give it a try. But I don't know. For the most part, it's not something that I would recommend someone pay full price for at the moment.
I heard some people making conjectures, and I want to hear what you think about it, that this game's getting a lot of attention because not a lot of games are coming out because of the pandemic. Like, so much stuff's getting delayed, and this is kind of this is it.
Yeah, if this was like in the middle of like a prime time, a bunch of AAA titles coming out, this one would be like an afterthought.
Yeah. That sucks.
Yeah. It's kind of like how Avengers hit for me last year, was the fact that like the story was pretty good, and for what it was nice, but at the end of the day, like the core game, like, and maybe that's a problem, and maybe we can get into it either next time or this time, I don't know. I'm having a difficult time being okay with games released in this fashion that they've been released recently. Like
unfinished.
Yeah, like I guess I have been an apologist in the past, but now we're getting into like always online single player titles fucking up. Like the first 2 or 3 days with this fucking game, I was getting kicked off the server in the middle of like a single player mission,
Yeah.
and then I have to redo it again. So like I'd have a boss fight and I'd get kicked off, and then it's like there has to be, I don't know. I think we're getting to the point that it's becoming a little ridiculous that these games are being released, like Cyberpunk and this game, and then there's like a few other games that are sprinkled, like Avengers had issues.
I feel like Cyberpunk is on a whole different egregious level. Like,
Yeah.
Well, because they promised something and put out.
Because would you
something.
really accept this in
No.
any other fashion? Like, if you got into a movie and saw a movie, and then like you saw a scene
The
where
CGI
like
was bad.
the CGI was randomly, and like, oh, we're gonna patch that in later, or you know, I don't know, you buy a car, and you're like, it comes with all these features, and then you're like, oh wait, this feature doesn't work yet.
I've been hearing stuff about Teslas on like the secondhand market. Like they cut out features from the car if you bought it secondhand. Like, it's like, what the hell's going on?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
just
that's
think
weird.
that we're dangling into a dangerous territory where like before it was just MMOs, like multiplayer online games, which is really like it's understandable that you know they release those games in a state and they got to patch bugs out. But now we're getting into like single player territory or like
Yeah,
single player games or things that have single player experiences, and now we're allowing them to take extra time. Like fucking Cyberpunk isn't even a a multiplayer game, and still they had issues. So it's, I don't know.
And it's
How
not like
much
you're
longer-
going to go back and play it. I mean, most people wouldn't, right? So that's your one experience with it.
I mean, yeah. I think I might go back and play Cyberpunk sooner or later because I own it. But the fact is, how much longer are we going? So there's either something happening at the top level where the people that are making these big executive decisions are just not understanding what's happening at lower level like development areas, and they're being pushed to the point that they can't keep up with the actual demand of putting the game out that they're trying to put out, or they're becoming a little too ambitious with their actual like cycle of what they're doing. And and I understand that it's should we be forced to think that this is acceptable?
Well,
Like-
I think the games not coming out not finished. That's I mean, like single player games coming out not finished. That's been a thing for a while now, at least since the 360 era. But like games, single player games on a server, like I'm just like, no, fuck you. Like, just let me play the goddamn game. Like I don't play a lot of multiplayer games, so like when I have to like sign in with my fucking Warner Brothers ID or whatever the fuck it is just to play something like a Batman, I'm not gonna ever play online because there is no online. It's just like, what the fuck are y'all thinking? Like,
Yeah.
like I know Outriders has a strong multiplayer component, but like, I don't know. It's like, just stop that shit. Just stop that
Yeah.
shit. Stop it. Stop it.
I understand in sort of a way because of the fact that they have to have it online in a sense of being able to track what you're doing, because they don't want you to sit there and spoof things in an offline sense and then carry them into multiplayer. But if I'm playing a single player experience and there's nobody with me and the server disconnects, there should be like a buffer, at least like a 15-minute like buffer or something along the lines of, if my Xbox has not contacted their server within 15 minutes and I can't get to a save point or something, then then you can cut me off. But it shouldn't be one of these things that like I'm in the middle of a boss in a single player thing and I'm disconnected from a server that makes, I don't know. And I'm sure there might be some architecture in the back end. Maybe the loot distribution is being, handled
Server
off
side.
site.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it just, I don't know. I'm getting off on a tangent, but at the end of the day, like as far as Outriders go, I'm having fun, but I'm not having fun because of the actual like the reason I should be having fun. I'm having fun because I'm going around going, oh, I wonder what the next piece of loot I'm gonna get, instead of, oh, I want to know how this this story ends, because once again, my character is a fucking dick and I don't agree with the things he says to people, so therefore I'm immediately pulled out of my situation. But those are my 3 games. That's what I've
Those are
sort
my
of been
three.
playing. Yeah.
Who's next? Because I gotta go potty, so it can't be me.
Okay.
You're gonna go?
Sure.
You're gonna lead the
Go,
conversation, Captain Brown?
Yeah.
Go for it.
You can do it.
Well, I've been playing a lot of Dragon Quest Builders 2 still. I've been working on that game for a while. It's really fun. I really like that game. You start off on this like random island. You're not there for long, and you go to this island that's all about farming, and then you go to this island that's all about mining. So now I'm on an island that's all about warfare and fighting, and basically you learn things at each island, then you take it back to your island.
Your main island.
Yeah, your main island, which is the Isle of Awakening, and you kind of implement all the things that you've learned. So I built a giant pyramid. You also pick up people at all these other islands, and it kind of helps populate your island as well.
That's when you were streaming a little bit ago.
Yeah. I really love it. It's a wonderful game. I'm gonna be sad when it ends. But I heard it's also a pretty long game, so I don't know. Probably keep going for a while, I think. I'm not expecting
Is that the
it.
one where you were collecting poop?
Yep, getting some poop out of the toilet, and making some things with it. And if you build rooms for like your people, they get happy and they give you hearts and stuff. And when the hearts allow you to like level up, and you'll learn new recipes, and you can do more kind of customizable things. So Dragon Quest Builders 2 is going pretty good. I'm playing it on the PS4, so normally I will start playing in here while Andy's streaming
Yeah,
East.
you're playing it on the PS4 in the office.
Yeah, right there on that couch.
Yeah, it's like Wire City over there. But
Yeah.
we started writing down some measurements the other day. You remember doing that?
Yeah.
Trying to get a custom built entertainment stand for over here. It's not on camera, but we got
Oh.
like, I don't know, 13 consoles hooked up
Yeah,
to two
they're
TVs
all
over there,
good,
so
and
we need
it's just
something bigger.
A lot of wires everywhere, and so
That'd be cool.
yeah, that
Custom
would be
built.
really cool.
And we can put the PS4 in there.
I think we need it because I already found the biggest entertainment stand I could find.
It's
So
right there.
we just need a bigger one with more stuff. I started playing Dragon Quest 11. I have not really gotten that far in it at all.
Like the
so
Switch version.
Yeah, on
the
the
definitive
Switch.
edition, I believe is what they call it.
Yeah, still a little bitter about Andy playing it before me because
I didn't even beat it. I got close though.
that is my brand of game. that
Whatever. We were already
He
dating.
did
I
this
own
with me
Dragon
with
Quest V
Persona
on the DS, and I'm like, this game's awesome. You should play it. And then she played it. She's like, this is mine now. I'm like,
Yeah.
My thing.
So I started playing it. I beat Persona 5 Royal. That seems like forever ago, but we haven't done a podcast in a long time.
it
so-
wouldn't be a Pixel Pub podcast if we were not talking about Persona 5 in
didn't
some
talk
way,
about
shape, or
Persona.
form.
Well, that's true. That's true.
Yeah.
Never see it coming.
I still listen to the soundtrack almost
Yeah,
on
I'll
the
be talking
daily.
about it come this summer when that fucking vinyl comes in.
Yeah, I
I'll be
still
showing
love that
off.
music. Love listen. That's what I like to listen to while I'm working. When I feel like listening to music when I'm working, which is not that often actually. But I beat that game. I don't think I got the best ending.
I think you got the best ending.
I don't think I did.
Maybe not for the Royal version. Yeah, you might be right, but you got the ending I got for Persona 5.
Oh, okay. Well, I think that I messed
they're going
up.
to the beach.
Yeah, they had one of the new characters, Dr. Maruki. He was like
you
this.
didn't build your relationship
Yeah.
with him, did you?
Yeah, that's right. We didn't
I
look that up,
didn't.
didn't we?
Yeah, so I think that's what messed me up. I think there was supposed to be like another area.
Which, another like dungeon?
Yeah.
I don't understand how you saw the same final dungeon I saw, right? Where you're
I think
fighting
so.
like a big thing. How can you go further from that?
I like how they're still not trying to spoil it for me.
Oh,
Yeah, I mean,
We all know I'm never gonna pick that fucking game up again. I've tried twice
all right,
now.
I'm gonna spoil it. You fight basically God in that game.
yeah, it's like a big old chalice.
It's
Pretty
like
much.
Like the chalice that
The salad chalice.
the chalice that the first boss drinks out of chalice.
no, it's like it's like the god of indifference or something like it's something weird like that. Like, so the Phantom Thieves do their thing.
Mm-hmm.
Also, they do their thing, and then it turns out that that society didn't change. Like, no one even woke up. They were still all melancholy. This is like a 4-year-old memory now, 5-year-old memory. Am I right? Like, you beat mementos, and
Yeah.
you're like, we freed society. It's like, no, you didn't. Like, everything's still the same. Then it's like, oh shit, we got to go after this bigger thing, and it's a giant like statue in the sky,
Yeah.
and you're like,
Interesting.
the dungeon's in the sky, and you're like, it's like what 3 screens long, and just a little pathway to fight this big ass thing.
Yeah, and Akechi dies, and
I think
that guy was his
He
dad.
dies before. I think he dies before you fight his dad.
before you, yeah. So I got up to that part. The part that I stopped at the original playthrough was
The guy riding on the lion.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's Akechi's dad.
the one with 3 phases.
Yeah,
Naked
and
dude.
the badass boss music. I love that music in that fight.
Yeah, so I'm glad to close that book
Finally,
finally.
It'll be forever open for me.
And I'm,
what was the hour count? Like 150, something like that.
oh my gosh, I don't even know. I don't remember.
It took me 100 hours to beat Persona 5 originally, the original version.
Yeah,
It was like 99.9 or something like that.
it was a long game.
Yeah.
It was a good game though. And then I got Persona 5 Strikers, and I started playing that some.
Which is a different thing.
It's a different thing. It's true.
Switch, right?
Yeah, she
Yeah.
picked up the Switch version.
Got it on the Switch. I like it so far. It's just different. It's just not a turn-based RPG, and I haven't gotten really used to it. And I'm kind of stuck right now. I can't remember where I got stuck at, but
I thought you got stuck at a boss.
yeah, it was somebody I couldn't beat or couldn't figure out
You
how to
said
beat.
you wanted to grind.
Yeah. I don't remember.
There's something else you're playing that's not on this list, and I can't remember it right now.
I know. What was it?
I want to say it's like a Animal Crossing-esque. Did you talk about Doraemon last time? I think you did.
You
got that for
yeah.
Christmas.
And I haven't been playing that
You
lately.
haven't played it lately, no. Mm-hmm.
What was the game that you wanted to... Oh, was it Dragon Quest Builders 2 that you wanted to play? And then
I wanted to play Dragon Quest Builders 2, yes. Then you took it and like, this is mine.
Well, yeah. So that's it.
That's all you've been playing.
Uh-huh.
I'm too busy
Yeah.
painting dogs.
Yeah, I've been painting a lot of dogs.
She's on that artist grind.
Y'all didn't talk about the.
Oh, the new
Future dog.
puppy?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we getting a third dog.
Yep, crazy.
What's its name?
Biscuit.
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 Yes.
Biscuit the corgi.
So when we first got Cooper, who's back behind Kathy, you can't really see. Well, yeah, because you can kind of see him. He's right there.
He's the potato-looking thing.
Yeah. Kathy was looking through dog names. We were sitting on the couch. She was like, what should we name this dog we're going to get? And she was looking through names. And Biscuit was first. And I was like, it's Biscuit. It is Biscuit. Because the list was alphabetical. Like, Biscuit's going to be this dog's name. But she kept going down further and she got to Cooper. I'm like, no, Cooper's the name. So Biscuit always stayed in my mind. She's like, what are we going to name the dog? I was like, Biscuit. Like, I don't have to think about it. It's Biscuit.
Yeah. Well, it's Biscuit. And he's a tricolor, and
He's going to have a tail.
he's going to have a tail. We're going to keep his little tail.
So was that your choice, or did the breeder choose not to dock any of the tails?
It
No,
was
she docked all the tails
our
except for
choice.
Biscuit.
Yeah, she docked all the tails except for Biscuit. My sister's getting,
Yeah, hold on. Let's back up. I want to tell the story, or at least my version of the story
well,
about
then
how this
I
happened.
got to tell my version of the
Okay.
story after. Because I know it's not the same.
Well,
Okay, I want to hear what your version
well, Kathy had been having puppy fever for like the past 2 months now. It's like, should we get a new puppy? Like she follows this the breeder who we got Cooper from on Facebook, And she's like, you like text her every now and again? Like, y'all are friends, basically.
Well, I just sent her
Good
an
old
update.
Tammy.
Yeah, her name's Tammy, which is funny to me.
And Kathy's like, look at these dogs, look at these dogs, look at these dogs. I'm like, what the fuck are we going to do to the dog? We got 2 already. Like, what the fuck? So that goes back and forth. Kathy keeps coming up with new reasons to get a dog.
What was the new reasons?
And the last one I remember was you really wanted a dog, and I was like, no, another corgi. I was like, well, I want a tricolor. And you said, we can't get a tricolor because the fur wouldn't match our floor. And you could see the fur on the floor. And I said, well, we have
That's
a fucking robot
legit.
vacuum now, so it doesn't really matter. And she's like, no, the fur doesn't match the floor, so we can't get a tricolor. The next day, she was like, we should get a tricolor. I'm like, I thought you said the thing about the floor. She's like, you're right, we got a robot vacuum. It don't matter. So that was like a week before we got Biscuit, or we bought Biscuit. We don't have him yet. He's still at the breeder. But,
He's 3 weeks old
he's 3
today.
weeks old, yes. So I'm sitting in this exact chair one afternoon. Just got home from work. Kathy's not far behind me. She comes in with FaceTime. She's FaceTiming her sister. And the thing about this room right here, the internet's kind of bad because it's so far away from the router. She was on the internet, so she put her FaceTime her sister to me, like, listen to her sister, listen to Mary. I'm like, okay. And I couldn't understand what she was saying. She was saying something about a puppy. I thought she was saying, y'all should get a puppy. I thought Kathy got her up to saying, telling her to tell me to get a puppy, because we had just talked about a puppy like the day before. But what was really happening was she was saying that she got a puppy, and it was Cooper's niece, essentially.
Yeah.
And then that snowball formed rolling down the hill in, 15 minutes? Next thing we know, Biscuit, like, she paid for Biscuit. It was, like, that quick.
That's not...
Damn.
There's, like, nuggets of truth there,
That is the entire truth.
not really the story. So, it is true that I'm friends with Tammy, Cooper's breeder, on Facebook. I love when she posts new litters. I just think it's cute every single time because corgis are cute. We all love corgis. And, we got Cooper in March 5 years ago. So I was getting a lot of reminders on Facebook.
Oh, yeah, she's like, look at little Cooper.
Yeah, look at little Cooper, baby Cooper. And I was showing Andy because Andy doesn't have Facebook. He doesn't get these reminders.
At Facebook, I don't look at it.
And so Andy was like, we should get another corgi puppy. We should get another puppy. And I was like, we don't need no third dog.
Didn't
like,
happen. She is
it's
literally
too many
projecting
dogs.
what she
And
said
then-
onto me.
Gaslighting.
I started entertaining it a little bit, but I thought we were all joking. I thought we were just joking. We'd never get a corgi. And then I knew it was real when I went to Andy's mom's house, and Andy goes and sees his mom every other day, so he talks to her, and she said, I heard you were getting another corgi, and I was like,
That's
what?
because I told her that because I said, Kathy wants to get another dog. I didn't say
said,
I want to
what?
get a dog. I said, Kathy keeps
I was
bothering me
surprised.
about
I
getting
didn't-
another dog.
I didn't know, and then I thought that conversation was real, that Andy wanted another dog. And so then we decided we
Yeah.
weren't going to get a
Did
dog.
they cut out for you?
Oh, are we out?
Continuing my story.
Yes.
All right. So then I realized the conversation was serious about the puppy. Then I was like, man, we can't have 3 dogs. That's too many dogs. And I shut it down. And then my sister sent me a message, and I hadn't even told her
She did not sit down shit.
I hadn't even told her any of this
She's
stuff.
laughing. You could tell. It's
No,
like,
I'm telling you how this came to be. So then Mary messaged me and she goes, well, I'm getting a corgi from Tammy and there's one left and it's a tricolor and you should get it. And I was like, damn it. I was like, I'm going to have to get a corgi now. And so then I texted Andy and I thought I was texting Andy, but I actually texted some lady named Andrea because Andrea, really close in my phone. So I texted
she did not
Andrea
text me at all.
and I said, we're getting a corgi, damn it. And then I thought Andy knew when I got home from work. He never replied. I figured he was busy or whatever. And I got home and I thought he already knew when Mary was talking to him, or trying to talk to him about getting a corgi. So that's how it happened, pretty much.
That was lies right up to the end.
Oh God.
So like very very distinct stories.
Yeah.
Well,
We'll let y'all decide.
We'll let-
Picks.
we'll-
the result is the same.
Yeah, the result's the same, but the real result is
Baby corgi.
I'm a truth teller. You're a damn liar.
Nuh-uh.
Baby
That's the
corgi
truth.
coming.
Yes, baby corgi
Y'all do
coming.
remember what it's like to have a infant corgi, right?
Yep, I've been reading all the articles and.
I mean, I kind of
trying
do.
to
It went so
freshen up.
fast. Cooper, I mean, God, I felt like you hit a light switch and Cooper was grown up. It was insane.
Well,
Gosh, every time I think about another dog, I go back in time and think about how much
Lilu.
work Lilu was, and then it immediately kicks me right back out of it.
I haven't had a puppy or raised a puppy since 1999.
whoa. Well,
I
Cooper,
distinctly remember the first nights laying on the floor and being like, "This is the worst decision I ever made."
That's-
But it slowly went back to, it was okay.
I felt like Cooper howled
She's
like
all right.
1 or 2 nights. And that
he
was it.
didn't really.
He wasn't
He
a problem.
didn't. He was fine in his crate. He didn't have a problem with it. He also wasn't bad to house train either. He was pretty, you know.
The only problem with house training Cooper is that we have another dog, an older dog, who's not house trained, and we still have to keep pee pads and stuff around places. And
Yeah,
Cooper will,
her bladder's too small.
yeah, he'll go and follow that pee. Like, okay, this is my pee now.
My turn.
Yeah. Now it's gonna be another
think-
dog.
I think with both of us working at home, we could possibly do it, but I wouldn't want to introduce a new puppy in the situation of us trying to figure out
Find a home.
a new place to live.
Yeah.
So maybe soon, like next year, maybe. I don't know.
We'll get a house
If
first.
others, yeah.
There you go.
You stick him in
I
the
just don't know
bonus
how
room.
Lilu would deal with it.
Yeah, I don't know how Lila would be either. I also don't know how Lila
Cooper
would be if
is-
something else happened.
Cooper's going to be a terror because he is jealous already. He knows he's a cute motherfucker. And when something else cuter's going to be in front of him, he's going to be mad, and he's probably going to outweigh that dog by 15 pounds for most of his life.
Well, Lulu can't stand when I just hold Josh's hand.
Yeah.
Like he'll just touch me, like just touch my face, and she'll be like, she can't take it.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. I'll keep y'all updated.
I mean, literally, Michelle was leaving the other night,
Oh yeah,
and Lilu
Michelle's
was
been
like,
coming over every Friday to watch a show
"Where
with
the
me.
fuck you going?"
Yeah, and every time Michelle gets up to leave, Lulu freaks the fuck out.
She freaks out.
Yeah.
Why
She
freak
gets
out?
a little attached.
Well, anytime we leave the house, she does the same thing. She tries to run in front of us and she yells at us. She bites me in the back of the knee, like trying to, because she's a herding breed dog.
She
so
herds
she's
you?
just
Yeah.
trying to herd me back into the house. She has gotten skin before, so don't make that face. Like she pinches me
Ow.
with her little teeth.
That's a sensitive area too. Back of the knee.
It's always the back of the knee. It's because I'm short
Yeah.
and she's short, and that's as far as she can get.
And the whole like bullshit with her, like, you should just ignore her. We've done that. We've tried to
Yeah, we
ignore
tried.
her, and it never, like, Lilu just comes back. So this motherfucker will be working here all day for 8 hours in our room.
And she
And
has
she'll
a bed
be out here on the couch,
over here.
or she'll be out. Yeah. She'll be out on the couch, laying here the entire day, or she'll be over there under the bed, and won't even come into the guest or into like the office the entire
At
day.
all.
She didn't give a fuck about us. But as soon as we're about to leave the house, she's like, "Oh my God, where are y'all going? This is some bullshit. I cannot believe you are leaving right now."
Listen, you are
This is-
abandoning me, and we literally, like, she'll be yelling at us or like barking at us. We'll be like, we were literally here all day. We both work from home. You see us all week. Like, we can go out. Like, we're allowed to go out. Like, we're parents scolding a child.
Yeah. And then, like, she gets so dramatic. Sometimes she'll even start howling. Like, we'll sit outside. What was it? Your parents were leaving. They came and visited
Yeah.
us one time, and they were leaving. And all of a sudden, we hear, "Ooh." Like, it's the worst thing to ever happen. to this dog.
Yeah.
She's just
dramatic. I don't think we can. I think Lulu's a single. She's an only child.
Well, we thought
Which,
Lucy
I
was
don't
too.
know.
She learned to cohabitate.
Yeah, she figured it out.
Yeah.
But Lucy is also 5 pounds and like
Cooper's 37.5 pounds.
yeah.
That's crazy because Lulu's 25.
I know. He's a big boy.
He is. He's a long boy.
He's a baby boy.
He's sleepy.
So who wants to
Where-
talk about some games next? Should I go or should Shelby go? Should we flip a coin?
Shelby can go because she doesn't have any games.
I
I
say
have
three.
three.
I say 3.
Well,
on this
since-
list.
I have 3 since the last time that we talked, but 2 of them I haven't played at all this month, maybe.
Shelby's
So-
been basically playing no games.
I have been playing work
You've been
and
learning
after
French.
work, and I have been learning French. I've been picking up French again, so piss off. Because when we go to Canada, I want to be able to talk to people. And when we go back to Disney and we're in France, I want to be able to talk to people again to get you all riled up and jealous.
There you go.
I didn't get jealous. I was mad by the fact that this motherfucker was waiting on us and was not. I could have disappeared, and and he wouldn't have known any difference. That's my problem. I wasn't jealous about you getting the attention. I don't give a shit. It's the fact that I'm like, can I get some water? And it's like,
Piss off, American men.
No water for you.
No water for you. I got all the wine I wanted. So I played Bug Snacks up to the point where I found Eggabell. And
That's when it
stopped.
starts getting good.
Yeah, well, I stopped because I can't fucking catch a Snoopy Banoopy.
Is that the one that flies?
No, it's the Snoopy. No, wait.
The one in the cave?
No, Scoopy Banoopy is the. I love all the bug names. Like, they're super cute, and I'm for
Bunger?
it.
I like Bunger.
It's the banana split one where you have to like try to catch the little trap on fire and have it run into it in order to catch it, because if you try to catch it when it's like not on fire, it freezes you. And just I have a couple of problems with the mechanics in that game.
Yeah, that
and
game's
I'm
all
kinda-
over the place.
I am
Oh, man.
incompetent when it comes to like trying to catch these fucking bug snacks.
Well, you're not alone. Like, trying to catch
I-
things kind of sucks sometimes.
I can't catch the Spoopy Banoopy.
Snoopy Banoopy.
So it's not the
Scoopy
one that
Banoopy,
flies.
sorry.
That's the one I had the trouble with in the mountain near Eckabell. Because there's only...
No, it's the banana split one where it walks around, and it's a big one, and I'm trying to get it to complete another task that I need to continue the Eggabell storyline, because
Because you need to catch those certain things to, like, unlock that door.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and to unlock other stories.
I think the last part I got on there was the life partners. I finished their missions.
The nerd and the jock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You didn't finish.
I thought I finished that one.
No, because you
Oh.
would have had to have caught a Scoopy Banoopy.
Then I probably did. Because I got them back at the camp.
Oh, okay. No, I have everybody at the camp.
Yeah, they have side quests
I
after
thought I
that.
finished
When
at
you,
least- Yeah.
Yeah.
once you get them back, they ask you to do certain things to, like, unlock more of their story.
Okay. One character I don't like. Oh shit! What's her name? The one
It's
that
the singer.
sings.
The singer? Yeah, she's crazy.
Yeah. She's crazy. Loopy.
They're all kind of crazy. Like, the scientist lady's crazy. The...
Scientist lady's fucking crazy. I had to do a mission with her where I turned her entire body into a bug snack. That was interesting.
Yeah, I didn't do too much of the giving people, like, all my what do they call them? What do they call them? They say in the song. There's a certain name for the people. I didn't really change them that much. Like, I saw screenshots of, like, nightmarish creatures that these people turn out to be. I was like, my person had a carrot for an arm at the end of the game. That was kind of it. But, man,
Yeah.
that game, I got the good ending that game, too. I got the best ending. Wasn't really even shooting for it. But,
Interesting.
yeah, the ending
I was trying to do
is weird.
all of the side quests. I was trying to do everything. Like, I was trying to be a completionist in that game.
Well, I think getting the good ending only relies on how you play at the very, very end. I think.
Interesting. Okay. I don't know. I may or may not pick it up again, but it's been so long since I've played it.
If you're at Eggabell, you're very close to the end. Very, very close.
Damn it. Which is interesting because I think I only played it for like 3 days.
Yeah,
and I got that far.
I played it in one day. I played it in a sitting during vacation.
Okay, so it's just it's a short game.
Yeah, it's like 8 hours long. It's
okay,
super short.
Interesting. And then I checked on my island in Animal Crossing.
How many bugs did you have?
Is
How many weeds?
bug snacks?
No, I'm talking about the...
Oh, weeds? Oh, Animal Crossing. I had to go in every room in my house and stomp on some cockroaches. And I didn't explore my entire island, but I'm sure most of it's covered in weeds. I just wanted to check and make sure that my villagers, or like the one villager that I want to keep forever, all time there, was still there. So if she's there and she's still there, we're good.
So I got a burning question about Animal Crossing.
Yeah.
That I've had for weeks now, but we didn't ever check. Did they do Bunny Day again?
Yes, they did.
Oh God, was it 3 weeks long again?
Yeah.
Oh God. Ugh.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
Yeah.
I just wanted some wood. Oh, I got these fucking eggs.
Yeah.
Were you pissed?
Yes, so
it happened
pissed.
again. Which I don't see, like, I guess if you didn't complete Bunny Day last year, it gives you the opportunity to finish it this year. I guess it'll be an annual thing. I missed a couple of events.
I miss Christmas.
Yeah, I hate that I miss Christmas and New Year's.
I miss my
man.
island.
I'm sorry, honey. We
I
can't
got my island
save
deleted.
it.
And I had my Switch fixed.
Yeah.
They couldn't recover
To
anything.
get fixed. No. And this is before that,
The cloud saving.
yeah, this is
whatever.
like right before Cloud Save came out too. Yeah.
Now you got to start again. Bunny Day over again. Let's do
I
it.
Scoopy.
refuse.
No.
I
And
couldn't
you know
do
what?
it.
Josh is the reason that I completed Bunny Day last year is because he had way more eggs than I did. And he just gave me
Miss my
everything.
Pokemon save. It's gone.
All those Charmanders.
Farm gone. Yeah.
Yeah. His Pokemon fuck farm's gone.
Well, my Charizard lives on. Like, at least that lives on from your fuck farm. Is I haven't deleted that save.
Yeah.
And I
spun
killed the final boss in like 2 hits with that damn thing. It was great.
Nice.
Whoa.
spun around on my bike so many times trying to get those things to
Hatch.
fuck.
And then I just started playing a new game today that I picked up. It's in early access, called The Tenants. It's the same people who made House Flipper. And you're basically a landlord who fixes up apartments and like leases apartments and, you know, renovates and all that stuff. So it's what I like. I also have in my basket Putt Putt Saves the Zoo and Freddy Fish
Nice.
in case of the missing kelp. So I'm really
Are those
tempted to
new?
buy them because they're only $7. No,
This is
no,
the old
like
ones, okay.
from the 90s, Putt Putt Saves the Zoo and Freddy Fish. I'm so tempted to buy them just because I want to stream them and put them on my YouTube channel. Just because when I was a kid, I never got to finish them because as a kid, I don't remember being able to complete the game, but I'm sure I did. I know I at least beat Putt Putt Saves the Zoo, but I don't remember anything about it.
What was the
And I
bear's
want to
name?
know if my
It's a Fatty Bear?
in what.
Wasn't there? There's a bear with Putt Putt too. And there's like a Fatty Bear or something. You know what Putt Putt is, get around? It's educational software from
Putt
like
Putt?
the mid 90s. He's like
The-
car.
the
It's like a
purple
talking
car?
Yeah.
And he has a dog named Pet Pet.
They put all that.
None of that sounds familiar.
Like a certain company made a bunch of educational software in the 90s. And like,
Pajama Sam.
all that stuff's on Steam now. It's pretty incredible. I like stuff like
Yeah.
that. Like,
I'm so for it. I think I am gonna buy Freddy Fish and Putt Putt Saves the Zoo.
I've never
And
heard
I
of
might
Freddy
buy
Fish,
Putt
but I heard
Putt.
of Putt Putt.
Freddy Fish is pretty fun. Maybe that's what I'll do tonight. Like, maybe I'll stream some more Tenants, and then I'll switch over to, like, do, like, a nostalgia stream.
Nah, man, we got
Where
WrestleMania.
Don't you want to
man,
see it?
Night
Come on,
one.
man.
Oh, man, WrestleMania. I'm so excited. Anybody ready for Becky Lynch to come back? Because she totally didn't hint at it in her Instagram post.
I will mark out if Becky Lynch comes back.
I will, too. Not gonna lie.
Like, I could
come
be this
after Bayley.
distant WWE hater all I want to, but if she comes back, I'm like, shit, yeah.
Like,
It's about the only thing that would probably make me watch WWE again.
is Becky.
I still wouldn't watch it, but I mean, I'd be there for the moment.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just... AEW has my heart right now.
We're getting off tangent.
Wait, yeah, I know. Sorry. Those are all the games I've been playing, and maybe I'll be doing some nostalgia streams here soon and playing Putt-Putt and Freddy Fish and Pajama Sam and all that stuff.
Boo Boo Banana.
Scoopy Banoopy. I will
God, there
never
has
play
to be-
Bug Snacks again.
There's a fatty
I
bear.
make Boo Boo Bananas. Ghost Bananas.
Ghost Bananas. Andy, you got quite a hefty list, sir.
Yeah, one of them's already checked off. I talked about my Valheim thing. I beat the first boss, the deer, on my own game.
Deer.
And, he whipped my ass for a long time, and then I built a spear and I beat him, and I'm like, this is cool. And then I connected to the Josh server. I found a little home, put up a sign, and that was it. I think it's like I said earlier. I think it's super super cool.
I finally had
just-
to knock down your grave.
Aw.
I thought
As we were trying to expand out.
I thought I got my stuff from there. Did it not go away?
There was still some stuff there. There was like a couple pieces of wood and a few other things, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna make an executive decision and just knock
If you're
this
doing
away,
that
'cause-
stream, and I was like,
'cause-
well, Josh is gonna quit, so I'm just gonna stand in this fire, and that's how I'll go out. And then that shit stayed there for a very long time. I apologize.
Yeah,
He even
No,
put
it's alright.
he even put an epitome on there.
Yeah, I
I
saw.
put a sign up.
I saw the sign. I don't know where to start. Shit, I'll start with the top here. Assassin's Creed Valhalla. I guess I beat it. Did I beat it? I don't know. I guess I beat it. That game was really cool.
It's never good when you're like, you finish a game and then you're like, is that it?
Yeah, there was
It didn't feel like an ending.
well, there's something. I don't even want to spoil it, but there's something that even at the very beginning of the game, it says this is going to happen, and for me, it didn't happen. Like there was no big climax. And I found out later it's because of the decisions I made throughout the game. Like there's decisions that you make in the game that it is keeping track of, and it will give you the good or bad ending. And I got the best ending just based on these decisions, like these 3 choices that I made or whatever. And yeah, it was. I played that game for about 10 more hours after I beat it because I thought there was more. And once it was basically I had to take over the last area of England, and I thought that was going to be it. I could do that, and I did it, and it still wasn't the end. So I was like, well, shit. That's when I started looking it up, and I was like, did I actually beat Assassin's Creed Valhalla? And a bunch of other people had the same problem, and I found a bunch of different people saying, this is the end. No, this is the end. No, this is the end. I was like, okay, well, I guess I beat it. I'm going to say I beat it. But I really like that game as a next gen. Like I played it on PS5. We got that new TV, the OLED, 4K, HDR, all that shit turned on. Fucking looked amazing. God, there would be spots in that game where I just stand and look at the landscape. Like, Jesus Christ, it's so detailed. It looks so vibrant. One of the biggest problems I had was the weapon upgrade stuff, like the getting new weapons. It wasn't loot style like Origins or Odyssey. It's like you find
Specific treasure chests in the world, and they have like specific things in them. But throughout the entire game, I found like 9 shields, and I found a double-handed axe early in the game that was double-handed, so I couldn't equip the shield. And I used that axe for 70 hours of the game. Like I never equipped another weapon. It was kind of insane. But yeah, I liked Odyssey better. I think of the newish Assassin's Creed trilogy, like the Origins, Odyssey, Valhalla. 2's still my favorite though. The second one, Valheim. I beat Cadence Hyrule, which is the Zelda crossover from Crypt of the Necrodancer. If anybody's ever played that, It's a roguelike, but also a rhythm game. So you're playing a little tile-based roguelike, but you have to play on a beat, and it's
Yeah.
really hard.
I would not be good at
Yeah,
that
in
game.
Cadence of Hyrule, they put an option in to turn off the rhythm stuff, so you can just play it like a roguelike. So that's what I did, and I don't know. I really like Legend of Zelda. It's one of my favorite franchises ever, but this was just
Just didn't do it for you.
yeah. I don't think it would be. The art was great, the music was great, but like playing the game, it was fun. So I'm talking about a big one here. So Ys IX Monstrum Nox. I know it sounds like I'm having a seizure, but that's the name of the game. So I bought that. I pre-ordered that.
Yeah.
Got it the day it came out,
Yeah.
and beat it like a week later. It was 30 hours long.
And you loved it?
Yes, I believe they used to call that poop socking in a game.
They don't call it that no more?
The people in their 30s do probably, not the youngins. But so if you listen to this podcast in the past, I probably talked about Ys VIII, how much I really like that, and I remember seeing it was in this house, so it must have been sometime in 2019 or early 2020 where I saw screenshots and videos of Ys IX that was supposed to be coming out, and I didn't like the way it looked. It was very gray. It's like you're running around this very gray town, and you had the characters all look crazy, and they're running up walls and shit. I'm like, what the hell is going on? I don't like the way this looks at all. But then I was I just kept it in the back of my mind, and I was actually playing Assassin's Creed Valhalla and about to beat it, and I was listening to the Giant Bombcast at the same time, and one of the guys started talking about Ys IX, and he talked about it, and he hated it. He didn't like it at all, but I was like, shit. Like, I guess that if they're talking about it, it's coming out soon, so I lit it up on Amazon. It was coming out the next Tuesday. So I hemmed and hawed about it for like an hour, and then I pre-ordered it, even though I said that I didn't like the way it looked initially. Here's why I pre-ordered it. Because to get a physical copy version of Ys VIII now is like $100 on the PS4. On the Switch, it's like $150. And I missed out on that. I played that digitally because I couldn't find it. I was like, I'm not doing that again. Like, I'm just going to go ahead and get this, and it'll be okay. And I beat Assassin's Creed Valhalla. That came in like the next day. And I started playing that. And Ys IX, man, you could tell that these developers played Persona 5. Like, there's a lot of same stuff. Like, there's a prison.
You can look at the cover
It's
and
in a
tell.
big, yeah, it's a lot of red and black. You're in a town with a giant prison in it. Like, there's a lot of prison themes. You join a group that they switch their costumes. They're like basically the Power Rangers and the Phantom Thieves mixed into one.
Okay.
There was even very early on when the main character Adol Christin gets taken to jail. He gets interrogated, and I sent you a snap. You remember this? You get interrogated by this lady, and you're just answering all these questions, and the music sounds exactly like the music when you're getting interrogated in Persona 5.
Weird.
Like a very simple, like, dun, dun, dun. Like, it was insane. But beyond that, it doesn't play anything like Persona 5. It's an action RPG, and I beat it, and despite my initial feelings about it, I fucking loved it. Like, it was... My biggest problem with Ys VIII was the story. Like, I really liked it. Was in Ys VIII, you're stuck on a deserted island. You're just trying to get off the deserted island, basically. And towards the end, it just goes off the rails. You're fighting gods and trying to protect humanity and all this other shit. And it's like, that's not what I wanted. I wanted to get off the island. This game, the story is like, from beginning to end, it makes sense. Like, it doesn't completely go off the rails. But I did write down a note here because it happens in the game a lot, where people know more than you know, the main characters or the player, and they're like, wait till you see what's actually going on. Like, they do that all the time. Where do you figure out what he's actually doing? I'm like, what the just tell me. Like, why are you doing this? But yeah, I said, I know the Ys series is very niche. Like, it doesn't sell a lot, obviously. Not a lot of people know about it, but god damn it, if you like action games, just with a nice little story, great colorful art, highly recommended for me. Also, I wrote Yufa is a beast. I don't want to spoil who are the they call them monstrums in the game. Who are all your buddies? Because you find out one by one who they are. But Yufa is one. You could look at Yufa when you first meet her, and you can look at the Raging Bull, who she is as a monster, and you're like, yeah, that's the same lady. But god damn it, she has a giant hammer. As soon as I got her, I was like, I fucking went to town. She was so incredible. I didn't play as anybody else for the rest of the game. She was great. She was great. Also, East Origin, which is another East game.
There's a lot of E's.
Yes, I decided this year was going to be the year of East. I bought East Origin off Limited Run Games, a physical version, sometime last year, and I finally got around to playing that. The game was only like 10 hours long. It came out originally in 2006, but it looks like a PS1 game. It looks like a game that would have came out in 1999, and if it did come out in 1990 on the PS1, it'd probably be one of my favorite PS1 games. Like, I'd still be talking about it. And it'd be worth like $300. I'm like, man, you need to play East Origin. And people are like, what? I'm like, yeah, it's great. But that was fun. Not as good as East 9. If you're going to play East, play the modern ones. And I guess the last big one is Loop Hero. I didn't write a lot about this game.
Because you don't know how to describe it,
hard
apparently.
to describe. Loop Hero
That's what the notes say.
Yeah, Loop Hero's new-ish. It came out like a month ago.
Well, what do you do in it?
First of all, I want to say this game has great music. East 9 has incredible music as well. All East games have incredible music.
What are you playing it on?
Loop Hero is only on Steam right now, I believe. I don't think it's on any other storefront, and it's definitely not on consoles because it is a mouse game for real.
You only use your mouse to play it.
You can hit the spacebar every now and again.
So what do you do in it?
So the game starts off with this like sky wizard. It's just a skull with a cloak, and he comes in and he basically deletes the world.
So it's blank?
Yes, it's just a bunch of black goo. Everything gets deleted. Memories, objects, it's all gone.
Okay.
But somehow you're the only survivor.
Okay. And who is you? Like, what do you look like? Are you a human?
You're a little human dude.
Okay.
So
What's your name?
you don't have a name.
Okay.
I don't think there's been a name spoken in this game at all.
Okay.
But
Dude. You got a dude.
so when it starts out, you're looking at a little top-down version of a little randomly drawn loop.
Like a circle?
Yeah. But, all over the place.
Like a bunch of circles?
Well, no, just like a bunch of tiles that connect back to each other. Kind of round. Cool.
I'm trying to imagine this. I'm trying to paint a picture.
And you're a little sprite dude, and you run around the loop.
The loop of tiles.
Yes.
Okay.
Occasionally, slimes will spawn this loop,
How very Dragon Quest.
and you fight them. But you don't control anything. Yes, it's.
Do you have a sword?
You can have swords equipped, yes.
Okay.
But you can't control the fights at all. They just happen. It's all numbers based.
Numbers based?
Yes, because you have equipment and stuff that you can get from drops from these enemies, from treasure chests, from other things where you can equip it and make your dude better.
And
as
then
you
if
do
8 is more than the 5 the slime has, you win?
something like that, yes.
Okay.
And as you do loops, the enemies get stronger and stronger and stronger.
You mean as you go around the circle tiles, you'll
Yes,
go to another
'cause-
circle tile?
No, it's always the same per game. Like you start an expedition, the loop forms, and that's the loop for that particular expedition.
What happens when you finish the expedition?
You go, I'll get there. I'm not even done talking about the expedition yet.
Oh, okay.
So your campfire is your like finish line for the loop.
Mm-hmm.
You go around, finish the loop, and the enemy level gets progressively harder and harder and harder.
Mm-hmm.
You also have cards. that you
Okay.
have. Yes. And these cards can be land tiles. You can place down like, oh, I got a mountain. I can put the mountain down. And it will do certain things like, I know like I've gotten some desert tiles and some sand dune tiles unlocked. And both of those,
Are those cards?
they're cards. And
Why are they called tiles?
because you can lay them down on a, because it's all grid based. Like everything's a tile. You know what I mean? And the desert tiles and stuff like that, they have effects where they like lower the HP of all enemies on the screen. Or like,
Okay.
I have the rock tiles, and if I make a 3x3 grid with the rocks, they make a giant mountain, and it gives you a lot of resources.
Mm-hmm.
There's also cards where you can lay down a vampire's mansion, and
A vampire's
yeah,
mansion.
but you have to put that on the loop. So every so often, when you're fighting enemies near a vampire mansion, a vampire will be there, and you have to fight him too. But he also drops different stuff than the enemies that you would be fighting.
Okay.
You can put down stuff like a beacon that makes you run faster on the loop wherever the beacon has its effect on. You could put down lights where, okay, I can put down this light here, so there's not going to be a lot of enemies spawning here. And you do all this in
Until you get to the campfire.
no, you go by the campfire, 10,
Okay.
13, 14,
Until
15
you
times.
finish the expedition.
Yes, but when you get to the campfire, what you can do is retreat. Once you get in the campfire, you can retreat back to your home base. And so this entire time you're doing this loop, you're collecting resources to build up your home base.
Okay.
So you can build stuff like houses for other people.
You said
a
you were the
blacksmith.
only one.
As soon as you build like one thing, someone else shows up. They're like, hey,
Oh,
what are you
okay.
doing? Like, I'm building. Like, really? Like, I don't
Like,
remember the world. Like,
Can I
neither
come
do I.
live here?
Yeah, and
Okay.
more people start showing up. The art's crazy. Like when I built the blacksmith, he showed up and he's got this crazy beard. But
You got a crazy beard.
no, his is like
Josh has got a crazy beard.
no, his looks like razor blades coming out of his head.
Oh.
Yeah,
Okay.
but
So that's the game?
yeah, you're trying to. There's bosses in the game, so every time you put down there's meters and numbers all over the screen, but every time you put down a land tile, or I think any tile really, there's a meter that's a boss meter that fills up, and as soon as you fill up that meter, you place down enough stuff, your campfire turns into a boss fight, and you have to go fight that boss.
Oh, snap.
Yeah, and so I finally beat the first boss. I'm like 15 hours in, and I finally beat him through just like sheer luck. It was insane. But
Do you think I would like that game?
yeah, it's not. Honestly, it's been a game where like I subscribe to a lot of YouTube channels. So when I get home, I got like an hour to kill or something before I have to go start getting dinner ready. I pull up my YouTube videos,
Yeah.
and typically I would just watch those. But now I play Loop Hero and watch them at the same time because
Let me tell you something about Andy right now. He's got to have like 5 things going on at the same time. He carries the iPad with him. If he's doing yard work, he's listening to a podcast. Like when we were trying to put down the floor, he was watching some kind of video and putting down the floor.
I was getting shit done.
Sounds
And
like
if
me.
he's playing a game, he's got another video playing that he's keeping up with.
The game stuff, it depends on the game. If it's super story based, then I don't have anything planned. If it's not, then I'll have something planned.
He's got to have it all the cylinders firing at the same time.
Earlier when I was playing Tenants, I had here I'll show you. I had my AirPods in with my
Oh, I saw
headphone
when you
over
were
it.
streaming.
Yeah, because I cannot do anything unless I also have music playing.
Mm,
And I listen to music the entire 8 hours that I'm working.
That's funny. I don't even listen to
While
music
Josh
in my
is
car.
listening, while
Just
Josh is listening
quiet.
to a stream or watching a stream, not in his headphones, which I don't mind. So I'll be hearing whatever he's watching in the music I'm listening to, and it doesn't bother me.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't listen to a whole lot of stuff. Even when I'm painting, sometimes I paint in the quiet. My radio in my car doesn't work, so I just listen to the silence in my car. And at work, I've been listening
Shelby hates
to I had to replace my power supply at work because it was really loud, and I had to replace one of my fans because it was squeaking, but I listened to that all week before
Oh gosh,
I replaced it.
I don't mind sitting in complete silence.
Yeah, I don't either.
I could do it for like hours and hours and hours.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Andy couldn't do it. Andy could not do it.
I can't do it.
Just
Overstimulated
another
most of the
tally
time.
on the.
That's another tally on the alternate universe versions of ourselves.
Yep.
But yeah, Loop Hero. I think it's really cool. It's only $15 on Steam. Definitely worth it. Like I said, the music's really, really good. Very, very kind of 8-bit retro style of music, but the game is, God, it reminded me of a saying I've heard a lot in my life of there's nothing new under the sun, like everything's a ripoff of something else. Like this game is, God, it's original as hell. Like it's hard to describe. Like I don't even think I did a good job, but I think as soon as you start to play it, it will start to click. I did get pissed off here recently because I felt like I hit a wall on my building stuff. Like there was some resources I just wasn't getting. Like I can't build this thing because I'm not getting this thing at all that I need. And so I started looking it up, how to get certain stuff. I'm like, how the fuck would I have known that? Or how the hell am I going to make that happen? Like there's certain things like you have to fight 5 enemies at once. I'm like, how? Most of our fault is like 3. Like how is this going to happen? But
Maybe once you get high enough, it will.
I also thought I would never beat the first boss, but I did. So. Fuck you, Loop Hero. But yeah, that's what I've been playing. People should play Ys and Loop Hero, I believe. And
Dragon Quest Builders
if
too.
you like long games, play Assassin's Creed Valhalla too.
You ain't
I don't
gonna talk
have any
about Cyberpunk?
recommendations.
Yeah, I didn't put Cyberpunk up here. I picked it back up. I picked that up and Demon Souls again. But Cyberpunk had that big patch this past week. I think it became a meme about how long the patch notes were for it. It was like hundreds and hundreds of things. But it just inspired me to play it again. I'm still not that far in.
I've enjoyed watching you
Like,
play
we-
that game.
We fix the cops. We just make them spawn farther away.
See, like that, I wasn't even far enough in the game that the cops would show up. Like I think I'm still in like tutorial town, basically. Like I'm like 4 hours in now.
I don't know. Looks like shit's going down to me.
Yeah, I did the kind of the long fight outside of when you get the flat head from the guys with the crazy robot faces, and you have to fight your way out. And I was getting my ass kicked. I'm like, I'm not doing good. All these enemies are bullet sponges. What am I missing? But yeah, God, that game looks incredible still. Like I just love the art style and the colors and all that other stuff. And I beat the first boss in Demon Souls. You weren't here for that, but that felt good. Like I did the thing in Demon Souls when I first got it, where I ran around and I died a bunch of times, but I was able to get my souls back. And then I died one time trying to get my souls, and I lost all of them. I was like, well, I'm gonna just put this down for now. So I picked it back up, and I beat the first boss of that run. It felt pretty good. So I'll probably play some more of that maybe tomorrow. Either that or Cyberpunk. I played Cyberpunk like a little bit today because we only had like an hour of free time today. So I played that instead of Demon Souls. But I don't
Can
know.
we talk about our shots?
Yeah,
Oh,
we can talk
yeah.
about our
I
shot.
brought it up a little bit at the beginning. Yeah, we
I
are.
don't think we were recording yet when we talked about our vaccines.
Well, we got our shots.
Yep.
Shots.
And all right there, we got our shots because y'all got y'all shots and told us about an opportunity for us to get our shots. So they,
Yeah.
Shelby and Josh were like a day ahead of us. Just got our second shot this past week, all of us.
Yeah, I believe
And only
It seems like I'm the only one to have the adverse effects.
yeah.
I think you had it the worst, but I honestly really believe I was feeling it too. I was just fighting it real hard. And Friday, I was achy all day, and I was like determined to still be at work and do what I like to do. And then this morning, I woke up with a headache and felt kind of nauseous. I didn't know if that was related or not, but I didn't have a fever yesterday. I checked my temperature several times, and I did not have a fever.
I think the highest I hit was 101.
yeah.
I had a sore arm though. My arm is still actually
my arm
kind of
was super sore the whole
sore. If
time.
I touch it, and that spot is still sore, I could feel it. It feels like a bruise. But Andy said he was
Yeah.
fine.
I felt fine.
Yeah, I felt fine both times.
Well, the lady told us hydrate, like drink a bunch of water, which is not a problem for me. I drink a lot of water.
It's probably my downfall.
Yeah. I don't drink enough water.
Yeah.
I'm drinking more than I was.
When
Josh
did you
needs to drink more water?
When did you start feeling better?
Probably midway through Friday.
Lunchtime the next day.
Yeah, my fever broke probably around 4 a.m., 5 a.m. that morning, and then after that, I was just really fucking fatigued. Just like, I wanted to sleep. And then probably midday, I was at the point where, like, I felt normal for the most part, and today I'm, like, fine.
Did you not sleep
But-
good that one night?
No.
See, I did sleep
My
good.
brother got his.
Both last night and the night before. I slept pretty good.
Yeah, my brother got his, and he didn't have any issues either. So, 1 out of 5. I had this whole theory about blood types and things like that, and I went right out the window.
I don't know what my blood type is. I'd love to know.
I don't either.
I know mine's the most basic that it is. That could be. It's like A.
How do you know that?
Because I found out when I was a kid, and then I think a buddy of mine growing up was like, I'm O positive, and that's the rarest one. I'm like, I want to be rare. But no, I'm like the most basic one.
Josh is rare.
I'm O positive.
That means
O negative's the rarest.
Okay.
you can get
O negative is the, yeah.
you
O
can give blood
positive is a
to
universal
everybody.
blood type. I can give
That's good.
blood to everybody that's a positive. But I think O negative can give blood to everyone, but they can't take anything except if it's O negative.
Interesting.
O positive red
I
blood cells are not universally compatible to all types, but they are compatible to any red blood cells. So if you needed a blood transfusion, you would specifically need your blood type, but you can donate to others.
Yeah.
I have been
So-
trying to get my blood straight so I can donate blood. I've never been able to donate blood. I've always wanted to.
Is it because of your iron?
Yeah. I
Yeah.
haven't taken my iron pills though for a good amount of time. I might try and give blood and see how it goes.
I will not do it willingly because they take it from me every 6 months to a year anyway.
Oh. I've never actually had it done. I've tried a few times.
I did it twice in high school, and man, I felt high afterwards. I was so like, whoa.
I hate it. I hate it. And it's not that I don't want to donate my blood. It's just I'm a big baby and don't want to do it.
Well, I don't know what it feels like after. I ain't never been that far.
I have passed out and put a hole in the drywall at a doctor's office.
Oh my.
I've had smelling salts cracked in front of my nose,
Oh,
like
wow.
right before I go down to wake me up. I've
never
passed
had
out
that
at the
happen.
optometrist. I just have an overall bad experience.
Fainting
Yeah.
good.
Well,
Yeah.
I don't know that I would get blood either if that was the case.
The very first time I ever got my blood drawn at the doctor, it was the first time. Like, I'd never done donations or anything like that. It was just like a checkup, and because of my family history, they're like, we want to like take your blood to make sure like everything's okay, because they suspected I had a thyroid issue. Turns out I do. So they drew my blood. Nobody told me that you're not supposed to stand up immediately after.
Oh.
But
You're
after
like,
I
"I'm
was
done."
I sat there for a couple minutes, and my mom grabbed her purse, and her friend was my nurse. My mom's friend was my nurse, and she's like, "Okay, you're good to go." Like, and I stood up, and I woke up on the floor, and they made me go to the hospital because they couldn't feel a lump where my head went through the drywall, so they thought I clotted my brain. So it was overall a traumatic experience. So I had to get a CT scan that day.
Oh my God.
And I avoided the doctor until I was about 19 or 20 when my thyroid issue started to get worse, and I finally had to go.
When I got my blood taken in high school, they specifically told you, like, don't, you just sit there. And they also told you to, like, eat, like, a greasy biscuit before you came in to do it. Like, if you can get, like, some Bojangles before you come in here to do it, just do it. I'm like, all right.
Greasy biscuit.
Maybe that's
Sometimes
key.
you have to, like,
Biscuit.
fast for certain blood work. Biscuit. Which is, I don't like fasting.
I don't call them
For
chicken
blood
biscuit.
work. I like
Greasy,
to try to
greasy
eat.
little biscuit.
Give me 2
back
cheddar
in
bow
here.
biscuits, I'll be good to go. Clog my
Biscuit.
arteries.
Well, that's kind of my goal. I'm gonna try and get some blood. People ask me to give blood all the time, like, Kathy, come give blood at this blood drive. I don't know why. I don't know if y'all get asked, but I get asked all the time, and I always feel really bad.
You get blood.
So
I don't.
I guess that's my inspiration, my motivation to try and actually be successful at giving blood.
I tell them, they're like, "Hey, don't you want to donate blood?" I'm like, "I just got a tattoo. I'm so sorry. Oh, darn, shit! I shouldn't have got that tattoo."
There you go.
Speaking of, I'm getting 2 more, right here and here.
What you gonna get?
Not this Monday, but next Monday.
Oh,
I'm gonna get
snap!
the bird. I'm gonna get a songbird and a bird cage. So I'll have the bird in the
Cute.
cage.
Andy, I need a tattoo.
That's my turn. You got 2 tattoos before I did. And I already have one outlined.
It's my graduation present to myself.
I know you'll be glad to be graduated.
Hell yes.
I tell you, there ain't nothing like coming home and not having to do any homework.
Shit,
It's
yeah.
the best.
Oh,
What happened to Josh?
what happened to Josh?
Here he comes.
Yeah, I can't wait to cuddle Biscuit.
There he
I'm
is.
so crazy.
I can't wait to meet Biscuit too. I love tricolored corgis.
Little baby biscuit.
I'm like, I've been stressing
I
at
see
work
him in
lately
the-
because we've been
the-
trying to open the
the
new
Twitch-
art center.
Twitch stream, but I don't see him on our end.
Oh yeah, that's kind of weird.
Oh, that's weird. I can see him.
Yeah, I
Can
can
you
see
hear
your
me?
stream. I can hear you, yeah.
Oh.
Interesting.
That
Little
is
baby
so
Biscuit.
weird.
Little
That's what I'm
baby.
gonna do every time I
We
see
got some
him.
little rotating boxes here.
Baby Biscuit.
Little baby biscuit.
Corgi takeover is fully upon us.
I can't believe
Oh.
we're doing it.
I'm excited.
I'm excited
Maybe-
to see my sister. I haven't seen her in over a year.
Well,
I'm
fingers
excited
crossed
for
that
your
she can make it.
sister, too. Hopefully, yeah. Hopefully she can make it. And I don't. I'm excited for our game night that we're having for my graduation.
Little game biscuit.
Oh, Gang Biscuit. Yeah,
That's what we should have called the damn podcast, Game Biscuit.
Game biscuit.
Game
We're-
biscuit.
We're rebranding after 2 years.
Damn it!
we're
me
picking up on
contact-
May the 9th.
I contact my graphic artist.
So Shelby, do you want to talk about one more thing, or you don't feel comfortable?
I mean, I don't want anybody. Okay, I'm gonna preface this. I don't want anybody to think differently of me or treat me different after
I'm gonna treat
I
you different.
say this, but Josh and I had a really long conversation last month, which led to me coming out. I am and identify as a bisexual. I like ladies and the men's, and I always have. So
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
yeah, and I guess just for a long time I never
Already
said
knew.
anything. Okay, look.
I feel like I knew too. I feel like this isn't news.
Okay, hold on.
I know too.
This is a common thing.
Sorry,
When
yeah.
I tell people that I'm bisexual and that like this is me like coming out to you guys as my friends and whoever's watching that I'm bisexual, they look at me and they say, "Yeah, I knew." How the fuck? How? Okay, tell your story, bub.
What?
Tell your. How do you know?
I just
How did you know?
because you would show me pictures of butts of Jessica Negri, and I'm like, that's
Because
not...
Jessica Negri has a nice ass.
Yeah. And I was like, all right. Like, besides that, and then, you know, the stories that your brother told after you told him, and he was like, yeah, I know. And
Well, we could have just blamed that on me being drunk.
I don't know. That's just the way you is.
That's just the way I
Yeah.
is.
I guess so.
But
I don't mind.
But it was a big burden off her shoulders because she felt like she was running around living some sort of lie. And I was like, I already knew. I just wasn't going to be like, push the issue.
Girl, you be you. That's all I got to say.
Yeah, I just didn't want anybody to feel uncomfortable.
No.
Lila, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
Lulu.
I'm the
Now
star of the show now.
all the
Yeah.
corgis in the picture.
She's
So
just
that's
rolling around.
awesome. I think it's wonderful to be your authentic self.
I do too.
Thanks. Thanks. I appreciate it. I was really nervous to tell. I'm especially nervous to tell my female friends because I don't want them to think that I look at them differently or I don't know.
She got a very specific checkbox too, though.
I do have. I'm a very picky bisexual.
Yeah. I call her Elwyn Forrest bisexual.
What?
The very beginning part of the World of Warcraft where you're like starting from the very beginning, and she's very entry level with the way that she thinks about certain things.
My bisexuality is also very weird too. It's like I will I'll kiss a lady or I would let a lady kiss me and like I don't know, be physical with me, but I wouldn't be physical with them. It's weird.
Yeah.
That's just how my brain works. But then like that rolled into like us talking about like our celebrity crushes and me realizing a lot of my celebrity crushes are women. I have two male celebrity crushes and all the rest are female.
Who's your
I don't know,
celebrity
is
crush?
that like a common thing? Do you guys have celebrity crushes? I
don't think about it that much, but if you ask me the question, I could probably answer the question.
Doesn't really come up.
I can't think of the guy's name. I'm trying to think of who he is, but he would definitely be mine. He was in that.
What is he in?
He was in that movie Brick. Look it up.
Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Yeah,
He's
Yeah.
Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Oh, the one from 500 Days of Summer?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
the one from Third Rock from the
Interesting.
Sun.
That's cool.
JGL.
Yep.
But also my celebrity crushes are specific and weird too. I don't know. My women float and change, but my dudes are specific. Josh's celebrity crush.
Who is it, Josh?
Are you gonna put me on blast?
I'm gonna put you on
This is-
blast.
I
this is
answered
my-
the question.
This isn't my authentic
Kathy-
self. I still want to
Kathy,
be. What?
Kathy answered.
I answered
Bianca
the question.
Belair. Gosh.
No,
That's the most surprising answer.
The
no,
EST
it's
of
not.
Josh's
It's
mind.
not.
I just
That's
love the way
hilarious.
that she could look like she could manhandle any man. in the world.
Dude,
Jesus
I do like
Christ.
her muscles. I admire them every
But then
time.
she dresses like a fucking child too. I'm like, what the? Just, God, get her some different gear, please.
No, Josh's celebrity crush is
Josh?
Elizabeth Olsen.
Oh, who's that?
Okay.
Look it up.
Yeah.
She's the Olsen twins' younger sister.
Oh, really?
Scarlet Witch.
Yeah, she played.
Is
Scarlet
she
Witch.
fine?
Oh, I gotta look her up.
She looked like the.
She fine. She fine as that. Hold on.
My gosh, we're gonna start a new podcast.
Andy,
What?
I feel like you told me a celebrity crush one time, but I can't remember.
None jumped to mind. I don't really watch
There's
a lot of
somebody.
like celebrity-driven stuff. I mean,
you
I can
tell
tell you,
me somebody sometime.
I can tell you, my first celebrity crush was Nicole Kidman in
Look.
Batman Forever.
She's
Oh,
so
yeah?
pretty.
Oh man.
She definitely looks like an Olsen twin, though.
She
Yeah, I
looks
can see
better
it.
than her sisters.
Yes,
though.
her
Not
sisters
no
are like-
cap.
There's. If you
Anorexic.
see,
Yeah,
it's
they
like
don't-
the picture
sisters
between.
don't look healthy.
It looked like Elizabeth Olsen keeps the Olsen twins around to like suck their life force out.
Yeah.
Like, you can't be the pretty. I don't know. But yeah. Yeah.
If I had to pick a female celebrity crush, it would be Zoe Deschanel. That's who I'd pick. I think she's the cutest person in the
She
on the
looks so different without bangs. I'm like, she does
Yeah,
not look
like-
like a normal human.
She doesn't look like the same person when she doesn't have her bangs. Or when she has, like, swoopy bangs.
I don't think I've seen her since Elf.
planet. I follow her on Instagram.
Nice.
See, I'm not
But
plugged in
she
any of that
looks
shit.
really different in Elf than she does normally.
Because she was like
She's a blonde in Elf,
17
right?
when that movie came out or something.
Yeah, but she's blonde in Elf. You don't see her blonde very often. Okay, Shelby, you got to pin
Yep.
somebody down. I know you have several, but
God.
you can pick
All right.
one.
Well, male or female?
You can pick one of each.
One of each.
One of each.
Okay. No. Number one, Weifu. All right, I'm just gonna name my top 2 females because I talk about them every day.
And you can't
I
pick
follow them
one?
on
You can't
Instagram.
pick one?
No.
Okay.
Number 1 female. Number 1 female of my top 2, Weifu, Jessica Negri.
Look up who that is. I don't even know who that
She's
is.
a cosplayer.
I gotta find an appropriate picture of
Yeah,
Jessica.
she's half naked all the time.
You should just get into the one that everybody knows that would know in our group.
Oh, number 2, if I met her, I probably would melt Tai Conte. Her ass.
Takati. She's got a huge ass.
I just want
She
to bounce
is
a
really
quarter
pretty.
off of.
I never really noticed her ass being big.
Her
Ty
ass
Conte's
is
big.
huge.
Really?
It's not Tony
She
Storm big,
has
but
a nice
We
ass.
we have a
Hold on,
bet
I
every
didn't
time
even
she
see her.
wrestles
oh,
that she's gonna rip her or the stockings.
How long is it going to take for her to rip her fishnet?
Yeah, but like she just needs to get a sponsor at this point.
Hold on. This isn't a good. That's an old picture. Hold on.
I'm sorry, Shelby. I ain't feeling
Where's the-
Jessica Negri.
Are you looking at her?
Yeah, I'm looking at her. I ain't never seen that person before.
Here we go. Here, look. There's a normal picture of Jess. Wait, zoom out. Beep 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 beep. Look how cute. She's
She's pretty
adorable.
cute.
look at that statue she has in the background.
Alright.
I
Right?
know, it looks just like her.
And then I only have 2 male celebrity crushes. So, Tom Hiddleston
Who's that?
and Sebastian Stan.
Tom Hiddleston.
Tom Hiddleston
Doctor
Loki.
plays Loki.
Lucky. I know he's part of them.
He plays Loki in the Marvel
Oh.
films. He just has a really nice, soothing voice.
It's not Benedict Cumberbatch. He kind of looks
Ugh,
like
no,
Benedict
he looks like a
Cumberbatch.
weasel.
Yeah, Shelby, I don't think he's
And then
very
Sebastian.
Cumbernut.
Who? Tom Hiddleston?
attractive. He is not
What pictures are
attractive.
you looking at?
That picture of him, he looks kind of haggard. He's got the John Moxley hair.
I
going
ain't
on that
listened to
picture.
him.
He's
voice or
also
nothing.
he's
I ain't
also
listened to his
okay.
voice
Look,
or
here's
nothing.
another thing. He's also 41. I like my men a little older, obviously.
Oh, he looks good here.
Okay, well, no.
But he doesn't look like a crazy person in this picture.
Oh,
He does.
okay. Well, what about my other one, Sebastian Stan?
Sebastian Stan.
Sorry, when I did the Google search, it came up with Loki too, so it's just a lot of like him. Like, look at him here. He looks like Edward Scissorhands. Yeah, it's a lot of weird pictures. It's not necessarily normal pictures of him.
Hey, I saw one picture. He looked all right. Hold on. Scroll down.
This one?
Look, well, if you want to look
Yeah,
up
maybe that.
Jonathan Pine. Jonathan
Hold
Pine
on,
is
I
a
gotta
character
look
he
up
played
his
in The
second
Night
one.
Manager.
Okay, Jonathan Pine. Got it. I thought that was a different person.
No. Jonathan Pine is a character that Tom Hiddleston plays in The Night
Oh,
Manager.
I was about
and
to
he
say,
looked good.
it looks just like fucking him. I thought it was a different guy. Okay.
100%. That is the best that he's ever looked.
Yeah,
And then
I agree.
I clicked on a picture of him that
Is in the show.
looking like this, and I said he looks pretty good here. And Kathy's like, no, because he had the blonde hair and everything.
Well, it's because it looked good from far away, and then clicked on it and it got big, and I was like, no.
Oh, I like this dude with the mustache. Who is that?
Dude with the mustache?
He's got a huge mustache.
I don't know who that
Look
is.
up Jonathan Pine. It's like the 10th Google search image.
We have gone so off the rails.
Yeah, just
That's
Hold on,
fine.
hold on.
Let's
I
do it,
gotta
let's
look
do
up
it.
Shelby's
Okay, look
last
up
one.
Sebastian.
that's my
She
male
has to
celebrity
see
crush. Is the guy with
Sebastian
the bushy mustache. That's my. He's got
Mustache
a
guy.
he's got a bow tie on and glasses.
Sebastian Stan, look it up.
Is that his name?
No.
Sebastian Stan.
I don't care about that. I don't care about
Eyes.
who's bushy mustache man.
I'm gonna Google bushy mustache man. That's probably not a safe Google.
That's probably not a safe Google.
Probably not. Yeah, this
bushy
guy.
mustache man.
This is the Winter Soldier. Okay, that's why he looks familiar. Okay.
The Winter Soldier.
Fuck yes.
How'd you even see this guy? Was he in
He
some
also
movie?
was also in Gossip Girl.
They're all in the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Okay.
Yeah, bushy mustache man. Who is this? Forget Jonathan Pine.
But not
I'm
Sebastian
Night
Stan
Manager.
with the long hair.
Look up
Only
Joseph
Sebastian
Gordon-Levitt
Stan with
real
the
quick.
short
What's he
hair.
look like these days?
What does he look like these days?
Welcome to our celeb pixel pub.
Whatever. I'm trying to find out about Stephen Moss. Who's this? Is he bushy mustache man? That's got to be him, right? You think?
Yeah.
Can Jason Gordon-Levitt even grow facial hair? Because I feel like every picture.
Joseph
Joseph
Gordon-Levitt? Come
Joseph
on, man. Put some
Gordon-Levitt.
respect on his
Joseph.
name.
Joseph.
That dude
Joseph
shaved his head
Gordon-
for a movie.
Also, okay, hold on. Every picture I've seen of him, he's clean shaven. Can he not grow facial hair?
He
Whatever.
can,
He's
I see
got
one.
a little stubble here. I could probably grow to something.
Yeah.
He was good in that movie Looper.
Mm-hmm. He's good in every movie I've seen him
I
in.
haven't seen that one.
It's him and Bruce Willis. It's like a time travel movie. It's pretty good.
I don't know. He's not
Yeah.
as cute as I thought
I'm familiar
he
with
was.
the movie. I just never
Have
seen
to
it.
pick somebody else.
He put contacts in his eyes to
Emilio.
make him look like Bruce Willis.
Emilio Estevez, man, I loved him when I was younger.
I know Kathy's crush. Red
Wait.
Power Ranger.
My celebrity crush when I was
Jason?
younger was Leonardo
Jason.
DiCaprio. Oh, that was definitely my celebrity crush.
Look
too.
at that dude.
When I was little, I thought he was the
This
cutest.
dude's wearing a collared shirt, but instead of the buttons, it's a zipper.
But in hindsight, he ain't that cute, really.
He looks like he's look at him. Look at his headband.
Well, we were talking about earlier how Disney tried to make everyone a furry. Like when
Who?
making us
Oh,
try
yeah.
to have catch feelings for Gadget and
Look, no.
They just had a lot
Marvel's
of
trying to make every woman like me catch feelings for all the psychopaths.
there was a lot of rodents that were like sexually attractive back around
yeah.
like Gadget.
in the 90s. Even
Well, Roxanne's not a rodent. She's a dog.
I
Who
bet
wa- who
Rescue
was
Rangers
that,
Cult.
Who was that guy in that movie?
God.
That. God, I don't even know where I'm.
Describe the
pulling
movie. We can probably do it.
this. He was a doctor. He went to another country. In the movie,
English
he was
patient.
maybe Scottish.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I remember.
Scottish
Well.
doctor in another country.
Yeah, so Google that. See what comes up.
That's good.
And then movie. Put the word movie in there. You misspelled
Russell
doctor.
Crowe.
It'd be all right.
I've caused us to go off the rails. My coming out has made the podcast go.
The Last King of Scotland.
Yes. Oh,
Wow.
yeah.
Actually,
God damn.
I was gonna say James McAvoy, but then this one picture that came up, not cute.
James McAvoy.
He's
Professor
cute when
X
he was
himself.
younger. Yeah.
All right, look. James McAvoy is attractive, but I can't understand a fucking thing he says when he talks in his normal accent at all. Only when he's not doing, like, if he's speaking American or British or using his British accent. But have you listened to him give an interview in his natural, like, Scottishy accent? It is crazy.
No, I
sounds
have
like
not.
he's eating pennies.
I like Virgil from Hannibal.
Pretty
Oh
much.
God, Virgil.
Yeah,
Andrew.
that's a good-looking dude.
That is not a good-looking dude.
Yeah. Look at that. I love him wearing his little sunglasses.
Andrew, you are playing us.
Man, it's a fine piece of meat right here.
That's disgusting.
The pigs thought it was.
I don't know though. Shelby marked out pretty hard for Chris Statlander to come back.
Oh my
Okay.
god, I forgot about Chris.
She came back.
Chris could
She's back.
throw me around.
She's back.
I would let Chris throw me.
She's got a big butt too.
I just
you know
like
who else
okay.
got a big
I think
butt? Alexa Bliss.
Not in the same.
she is
Area
too. Okay,
Tony Storm got the
here's
biggest
where
butt.
my bisexuality gets
That's
weird.
true. That's true.
Alexa Bliss is too
Alexa-
cute.
She's too cute. She's too cute, and I
She would want to just go
I
to
couldn't-
Disney with
I
her.
couldn't bring my. I would just want to be her friend and hold hands and go to Disney with her. Chris Statlander, I would let her do things to me.
All right,
Mostly
that's
because-
enough of this podcast.
Mostly because like I just like women who like are tall and I can just look up and like feel small.
Now she's a best friend, so
Now she's the best friend.
Yes.
Well,
They have an
I'll tell
alien.
you, Alexa Bliss would not be that person. She's tiny, short.
No, she's not it.
she's like 5'1", if that.
I'm taller than Alexa.
Isn't her nickname
She
5
got
Feet
some-
of Fury?
Well, it used to be. Now it's
Yeah, she got
Yeah,
some
I think
creepy
so.
ass
Fiends
stalkers
lady.
too, man. Holy shit.
Yeah.
What do you mean creepy
feel bad for
stalker?
her.
What do you...
I mean,
Yeah,
I think
there was
a
this
bunch
guy
of
that
the-
was
People-
like, yeah, there was this guy on Twitter that was like constantly saying shit like, I need to save her from Ryan Cabrera, and we're meant to be together, and I'm gonna come and like, oh, it was fucking
Yeah, it was
bizarre.
bad.
I reported him as much as I
Nah.
could just to get him off of Twitter, and
Oh my gosh.
it was
I
one of the
follow
reasons why I
Alexa.
stopped looking at
I
Twitter.
follow Alexa on Instagram because she's got a pet pig named Larry.
Larry the pig.
That's the
Larry has his
reason.
own Instagram.
I think I follow that one too.
Well,
That's the reason.
I'm gonna take this moment to corral this all together. Because
Good
Amy's gotta
luck.
corral us 'cause that. Good luck.
Get us back on
I
track.
gotta-
when me and Kathy get going, we'll get going.
I gotta start cooking dinner here. Gotta put some chicken wings on the grill.
Chicken wings.
That's right.
Ooh, can we get wings?
You can get wings, yes.
It's WrestleMania. Get wings.
You weren't
for
gonna watch
$5.
WrestleMania.
She
You
will
said
for
the
wings.
wings.
I'm gonna watch it.
She
You're gonna be
will
on your
for
phone the whole time,
wings.
probably.
I'll watch the matches that I care about.
As
Yeah,
long
which
as there's
will be-
wings. Wings.
Wings.
Chicken wings.
So anyway, that's gonna wrap it up
Five people.
for this quarter of the year's Pixel Pup podcast.
See you
See
next
you in
year.
another 3 months.
We'll
See
be
you
your
in
house.
the fall 2022. So
Jesus.
The game industry
For
needs to
everybody
bring
here-
out some more games. How about that?
Right.
I know. Let's talk about some more games. But for everybody here, I'm Andy. Who I got right here?
Kathy.
Who I got on the other end.
I'm Josh. I'm gonna
And
do
I'm
peace
Shelby.
signs. That's my new thing.
But it's an audio podcast.
And we are out of time.
Imagine
So
peace signs.
peace out, bitches.